Hello there, welcome back. Since we have completed our data structure, that is the list, tuples, sets, and dictionary, so we will proceed with the file. Okay, file in Python. Before that, I just want to cover one topic, that is the true and false versus the Truthy and Falsy value. Okay, so many people think both are same, but technically both are not same. Okay, let's see how it is different. First, what is a true and false? As you already know, it is a Boolean value in Python. Okay, it's a data type called Boolean. So if I run this, we can see true and false belong to class Boolean. Okay, that means it is a Boolean value. Clear? So what is Truthy in Python? Okay, so you can see the definition here. I have written here. Any value that behaves like a true in a condition, even if it's not a literally true value. Okay, that means it behaves like a true, but internally it is not a true value. Okay, for example, you can see here, if I run this, if 5 print this runs. Okay, so it is running. Why it is running? Because this one, since it is not true, but still it is running. Okay, it is behaving like a true value. That's why, so when it comes to true, it runs this statement. Clear? Why? Because 5 is a Truthy, non-zero number. Okay, so if it's a 0, then it can be considered as a false value. Clear? Now let's talk about the falsy Python. What does the falsy means? Any value that behaves like a false in condition, even if it's not a false. Example, you can see here. If I comment this out and run the program, you can see 0 is falsy. Why it is saying 0 is falsy? Because if 0, here we have not mentioned as if false. If 0, okay, the 0 is acting like a false value. Print hello, else 0 is falsy. Okay, so here 0 is not a false value. Okay, but it is acting like a false. That's why it is skipping this statement and printing this one. Okay, that means 0 is also a false value. Okay, number 4, common Truthy values in Python. So there are some of the values that used to act like a Truthy value: 1, 10, -5, hello, then list of integer, then dictionary. Okay, all these are acting like a truth value. Okay, if in place of 0 I would have write 1, I would have write 0, then what it would be happen, then this will consider as the false value. Okay, any non-zero, either that can be positive or negative integer, can be treated as Truthy values. Okay, a string that contains any value, okay, any letter, can be considered as Truthy value. If the string was empty, then it can be considered as the false value. Okay, this is Truthy value. Now we have a list of integer. Okay, this one is considered as Truthy value. So in order to make this as false value, what we have to do? We have to pass the empty list. Then now it can be considered as a false value. Same way for the dictionary. Okay, same way for the dictionary. So in Python, if Python string is Truthy, okay, you can see, I will run this one. What is written? String is Truthy, which means this one is truth value. So common false value in Python: 0, 0.0, empty string, empty list, empty dictionary, empty set, and so on. Okay, none is also fall under the false value. Clear? Now if I want to run this one, okay, I will show you. If empty string list is not empty, else empty is false. This one, if this, since this is empty, what it will print? It will print this line. Okay, you see, empty list is false. Why? Because this one is empty. Okay, just remember that Truthy means it contains some data, and false means it contains zero data. Okay, So this is what I have prepared for you, that is for truthy and falsy value. Okay, so we'll close this topic for today. I hope you got it, the difference between the true and false and the truthy and the falsy value. Thank you.